Hi, so following up on our trip, we finally got to use our BCDs, our new Surface Tension Infinity BCDs. So we were there, we got 2 full days of diving in with Rumblefish and our buddy Ryan. Before I go into our thoughts on what we liked, what we didn't necessarily like about the BCDs, I wanted to go back and just highlight a few differences in regards to the 7.2 and the 8.0 that my husband is diving with, also his first time diving with a backplate wing system. So one of the main things I wanted to point out is mine's here is a 7.2, is with the weight pockets, they are actually almost permanent. You can't easily get them on and off. So if you need the 2 weight pockets, great, you can use them. But if you look at 8.0, if you don't necessarily need the weight pockets, you can actually take them off via Velcro straps. So that works really well. If you need more weight pockets, they do sell them at an additional cost as an accessory. Another thing I want to highlight is that the 8.0 has a padded back. I didn't necessarily feel like I needed that, so I went with a 7.2, but you can easily remove it via Velcro, wash it off, dry it off. So another point there. And Mario's BCD has the 18-pound lift as opposed to I have the 12-pound lift on the 7.2. So just some additional pieces of information there. Okay, so what I liked, was super excited to use it. It's very lightweight. This is the first time I actually used a backplate wing system versus a traditional BCD jacket. And I felt so much lighter, not a lot of stuff going on in the front, so not a lot of, it's just easy to maneuver. I felt like I had the freedom to move. A few things here, I didn't get any video or photos because we were too busy making sure we're gonna have safe dives, and we were just excited to get in the water. But I'll kind of explain to you how I had organized my accessories. So I had my GoPro on my right side, buckled in. I had my torch on this side, on my left side. And then I also had, the way my octopus and the way my rig was set up, I had my octopus clipped to my left side D-ring here. And then I just had my traditional second stage. So that's that. You know, I never had issues with my buoyancy. I actually felt really strong. The conditions were not perfect. There was a lot of surge, current. I just felt like I had full control. Never felt like there was too much going on as far as my BCD. So I think I definitely give it a 2 thumbs up. I will follow up in my next video because I want you to see what this looks like on my husband, who's he's 5'11", kind of bigger built. So I think it'll be good for you guys to see how this looks on him. It worked just fine, but I think another, you know, just another kind of point of view is to see what this looks like on him, on his size, and then maybe even have my son try it on. Eventually we'll get my son a BCD, but right now we're just holding off a little bit longer. So if you have any questions, drop me a message. I'll be happy to respond to you, but I have no complaints. Maybe it'll change after a few more dives, but I won't be getting back in the water until August. So until then, I will share some videos from some previous trips with my family.